It was weeks, now it's days. On Sunday this month, it's gonna be a climaxing match of 2024. Arsenal is gonna be closing down match day 29th down at Etihad as they get hosted by Man City, the Pep Guardiola side. And today, Arsenal have continued to obviously do what we call the early build-up towards the game of Man City with those players that are not going to have to take part in the international break, and they are at Arsenal. I'm going to show you how they trained and who were really available, but there are some doubts and some worries of certain players that haven't going to have to make it into the footage that we're going to have to get from the website of Arsenal. Rokani David is my name. Smash like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 20,400 subscribers as we really chase for the 21,000 mark, because one by one makes a bundle. That's why we're gonna hit to go in hundreds in here onto the Rokani Media Football. And let's continue, by the way, to really smash the like button close to 400 times, because I believe the audience is really growing and we're giving you lots of content and you're really in love with this content. And I hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and Ramadan Mubarak. The Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. On the 31st of this month, that is a Sunday, when Arsenal is taking on Man City, it's gonna be Easter Sunday, and I don't know who is really willing to host me, by the way. I'm this kind of person who always keeps home, and you never know, someone might really throw in a surprise to see to it that I obviously ignore down and really have something with that person, like having fun on Easter Sunday. The door is open. I put it out there. So, for the very first time in life, I've got to hit obviously coming through and really tell you that, because I rarely share my life here, but hope you guys are fine, but I'm joking. It was just a by the way. It's A or B. That is any other business. Now, after that, we should really continue doing the needful and obviously sharing these videos. I read your questions, but I'm going to do a live stream after these international games are done. I'm going to do a live stream and talk to you, tell you the injuries and who is fit and where is everyone going to be playing at in here. So Arsenal have gone ahead in for an early charge, and we've gone ahead to see several players taking part into today's training session, smiling with Mikel Arteta. And guess what? The website of Arsenal have said early build up, Arsenal's early build up to Man City game begins. That's what they said. And they said, or they added and said, with a new week beginning, the countdown is well and truly onwards towards our top of the table clash against Man City on Sunday. And you can see how Arsenal are preparing in the gallery that I'm going to show you. Those players not on international duty assembled at the Sobha Reality Training Center to continue to work on Arsenal's game plan for reigning champions as they aim to end the weekend still sitting at the top of the Premier League table summit. Now, we all know that if Arsenal is to keep or to stay on top of the Premier League table, they have to do one thing: beat City. That is it. And before they go into this game of football, Liverpool would have gone ahead to play, and then Arsenal would have gone ahead to know the result from that game, whether it's a draw or a win, and that result will obviously give them a go ahead. But the best thing for them to do, and obviously understand that they get into the 1st of April 2024 when they're on top of the table, is by coming up and really knocking this side to a loss of 3 points in there for you. Now let's start it off with how everything commenced at the side of Arsenal. This was Tomiyasu obviously walking onto the training ground of Arsenal from the dressing room. He's one of those players that never featured into the international break for the Japanese national team, because he went ahead to explain to them that this team has gone ahead to really bear a lot with me, and they've gone ahead to see to it that they give us the best that we deserve as a side, and I need to refund them. I came ahead and really played in the international break. After I played in the Asian Cup, you knew what happened. It really resulted into Tomiyasu or me getting an injury, and now I need to pay them back. No reason for me to play against, is it North Korea and some other side in the Asian Cup, because I know you have enough players that can really get this done, and that is Tomiyasu stepping on the field of play. This is Mikel Arteta obviously smiling, returning back to the reality, to the Sobha Reality Stadium to obviously smile and see to it that he charges up his players for the City side. Early build up ahead of Man City tie on Sunday. He's a man who really believes that for the very first time in his history, he wants to beat his teacher. That is Pep Guardiola at the Man City side, and that is the Etihad Stadium, and we all anticipate that it's gonna be a very good match on Sunday to be played. And by the way, it's really gonna be a lot of action on Sunday. For those that really follow into what we call Big Brother Muzanzi, it's when it's coming to an end. So it's gonna be an end-to-end activity in there. Now, after Mikel Arteta, Tomiyasu obviously charged up for the training sessions, and he's one of those that is pushing hard to be among the starting players into that game of football. And I don't know whether Mikel Arteta will trust him to obviously start in that game of football, because he is not much fit. He only featured and played 45 minutes when they're playing against QPR, and they lost by 4-0. So his match fitness levels are really a huge question for Tomiyasu, and I don't know whether he will be ready to feature into that game. But he has been training for the previous 2 weeks that Arsenal have been off. Arteta and Fabio Vieira holding his head. Is it in disbelief? I don't know, looking like T-Bag. You know, this guy resembles to T-Bag. If I only watched Prison Break, Fabio Vieira looks like T-Bag, you know. And when you look at him, he was like in shock, but it's good to have him back. And all what Arsenal should be praying for is to see to it that this player really gets back in full fitness levels to really feature up onto the side of Arsenal. Because if you're Arsenal, all you need is to see your fully fit squad, is to see to it that you have a fully fit squad, and when you're having it, all will go the best way for yourself. So Fabio Vieira has struggled with the injury this season, and ever since he came into the club of Arsenal, injuries have been really part of his game. And I think for the remaining 12 games now for the club of Arsenal, it will obviously go on as to plan, and he keeps fit and makes himself available in there. Then Gabriel Jesus, man of the moment, obviously taking on the youngsters from the academy of Arsenal, trying to go through two of those to create space and obviously shoot at goal. Very much into this. This is going to be the first time he's going to be playing against Man City. For the 3 times that Arsenal is going to hit play against Man City, one in the FA Cup last season, I think there are 4 times. Last season they played 3 times. 2 times in the Premier League he was away. One in the FA Cup it was away. Oh, he played against Man City, I think, at Emirates, when that game ended 1-0. But he has never gone ahead to play against Man City at Etihad. So he's going to really try to make himself available to take on the side of City, right, on that day. And I know he's going to be really very pivotal into everything that City or that Arsenal is really wanting to do, or City wants to do, or Arsenal wants to do to the side of Man City. Emile Smith-Rowe, I think is now 23 years of age. He's really trying to push hard. You know, these 12 games of Arsenal, they'll turn out to be 14 if at all they go to the semi-finals of the Champions League, and turn out to be 15 if at all they play in the final of the Champions League. But so far, we can talk the 12 remaining games. You really get to know that they are really so much important for the side of Emile Smith-Rowe. He needs to prove the manager, and if he proves to the manager and gets into the starting 11 or starts to get like 10, 15, 30 minutes in every game, that will be very pivotal into his futuristic plans of staying at Arsenal. But if at all he doesn't, I think he might even be loaned or sold in the summer. Then we are having Thomas Partey, a player that I don't believe is going to stay at Arsenal, but is going to be pivotal into the remaining 12 games of Arsenal, trying to train and really be fit. And if I told you are really preparing against Man City, you need to be having a Thomas Partey around, even though he doesn't start, but he can come in through and really put in a very, very beautiful shift that he will obviously have to really have a very good go at. If at all you feel like you want a player like Thomas Partey to shield. This is Mikel Arteta, obviously stepping on the ball and really watching along the training session at the London Colney, or the Sober Reality Training Center. That is Mikel Arteta for you, trying to make it happen. This is Edin Ketia, another one whose future is really hanging in balance, and we all know that Arsenal is really looking in for what we call a new center forward, meaning that he has to pave way for the new center forward to come in through. But in the remaining games, I don't see him really playing a lot of part into the season of Arsenal, because Kai Havertz, Trossard, and what's the name of the guy? And Gabriel Jesus are all ahead of him. So it's going to be hard for him to be getting in minutes, game in, game out. That is the lad of the moment. That is Edin Ketia. Benjamin White, you see that bandage tied on his knee. It's said that he's going to have to be playing throughout the season when he's really having an injured knee. That is Benjamin White. And it's not good news for him and for anyone who really loves him, because you wouldn't like to see one of your best players really playing with an injured knee. That is Benjamin White. You would love to see it that he plays with that cap, with that knee, not having that bandage there, but he has stressed or strained through, and trust me, he's not gonna really step down as a player in there for the side of England, for the side of Arsenal, because for England, it's not really good business. Then Reece Nelson, training for the game of City, he's gonna make it the squad, but starting is really a question. Coming off the bench is really the hugest chance for him to obviously get into the team of Arsenal, but starting is one of the hardest things that you'll ever think to see this guy do. Then we go to El Nini, obviously trying to shout around and scream around during the training session, and that shows you the vigor and the energy brings in at the training ground of Arsenal. And that's why Arsenal are going to have to keep him around, because of his leadership skills and how he tries to motivate the players. Though he is not always onto the pitch, he's always off the pitch. Then we are having Reece Nelson having a go at Fabio Vieira in the training session. That is one of the best moments that you'll ever want to see. Then Benjamin White obviously supporting, his hand with his knee in there for you and looking on. Was the knee in pain? I don't know, but wait and see what the results are gonna go. Arteta and Cedric Soares obviously try to take on one another. I don't know who went ahead to win that, but it's really great that Arteta obviously takes part in the training sessions with the players of Arsenal. We all know that he was really a very beautiful midfielder, played for Everton, PSG, and another team there in Scotland. Was it Rangers? One of those. But all in all, I would love to obviously tell you that it's really very important to note that it's really a huge opportunity for Cedric Soares to really prove himself and really get on well. Then Edin Ketia was the last man to obviously appear into the photos that were given to us by the side of England, by the side of Arsenal, as they tussled it out at the Sobha Reality Training Center. But today, England is taking on Belgium. The game is already on. There is something that you need to know. Having gone ahead to report to us yesterday that Declan Rice is really going to captain England today, and we've gone ahead to be told this is for Waka, Declan Rice is the first Arsenal player to captain the England side, the England senior national team, since Sol Campbell in 2005. So it has showed you how long it has taken an Arsenal player to captain England. How many years are those? If you have to count very well, Aren't they like 19 years? Are they even 19? 2005, add 10, that is 2015. Add 8, it's like 18 years. 18, 19. I think it's like 19 years since they last had a person do that. So it's really good to see it that Declan Rice is going to hit to captain the side of England, and I think allow me show you a little bit of the starting 11 of England, and I trust that is also going to hit to start for the side of Belgium. And let me show you how these teams have going to hit to line up. This is how England has going to hit to line up. They're having Pickford in goal. They're having Konsa right back, Ben Chilwell left back. Ben Chilwell is left back. Then John Stones, Lewis Dunk playing into the central defense. Kobe Mainoo and Declan Rice in the double pivot. Gerard Bowen playing as a right attacking midfielder. Then Phil Foden, left attacking midfielder. Bellingham playing as a central attacking midfielder. And Ivan Toney is leading the line for the side of England. Then after that, we go to the side of Belgium. They're having Seals in goal, Castigane, right? Right back. Then Theatre is playing as the left back. Vertonghen and the best are really doing the job, the best job possible for the side of Belgium. Then Mangala, Onana, Tielemans doing the very right job possible into the midfield. Doku, Lukaku, and Leandro Trossard are the front three. And as I speak right now, it's a very huge mistake coming in from the goalkeeper of England, and Tielemans has gone ahead to put Belgium ahead, and it's now 0 England and 1 Belgium. Remember, even last time England went ahead to lose to a side called Brazil by 1-0. How is he gonna overcome this? All that and more into the comment section below. Tell me your thoughts about Arsenal versus Man City early build-up as Mikel Arteta tries to charge his players for this important game of the season. Then, what do you make about Declan Rice captaining the side of England and Tielemans scoring the first goal of the game as Pickford makes a very huge mistake on the night? May the living true God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barak, Ramadan Mubarak, and see you when you see me. I sign out.